Ever dreamed of walking on Mars? It's a vision that has captivated humanity for decades, the next giant leap for mankind. But before we can set foot on the red planet, we have to learn how to survive the journey. That journey doesn't start with a rocket launch to Mars. It starts much closer to home, about 250 miles above our heads. It starts on the International Space Station. The ISS is more than just a laboratory in orbit. It's our essential training ground for deep space exploration. Think about it. A trip to Mars isn't a weekend getaway. It's a grueling mission that could last up to 3 years. How do we keep astronauts healthy and safe for that long, millions of miles from Earth? The answers are being found right now aboard the ISS. Let's talk about the basics of survival: air and water. Here on Earth, we take them for granted. In space, they are the most precious resources. On the ISS, nothing is wasted. The life support systems are a marvel of engineering, recycling almost everything. Water from breath, sweat, and even urine is purified and turned back into clean drinking water. The same systems scrub carbon dioxide from the air and generate fresh oxygen. Testing and perfecting this closed-loop system is critical. If it fails on the way to Mars, there's no turning back for fresh supplies. The ISS is the ultimate testbed for ensuring these life support technologies are reliable enough for a Martian voyage. Every drop of recycled water and every breath of reclaimed air on the station brings us one step closer to making the trip to Mars possible. But it's not just about what's inside the spacecraft, it's also about what's outside. Space is an incredibly harsh environment. Beyond Earth's protective magnetic field, astronauts are exposed to dangerous levels of cosmic radiation. This radiation can damage DNA and increase the risk of long-term health problems. Scientists use the ISS to study the effects of space radiation on the human body and to test new shielding materials and medical countermeasures. Dosimeters all over the station constantly measure radiation levels, providing crucial data. This research helps us design a spacecraft for Mars that can adequately protect its crew from the relentless bombardment of deep space particles. The lessons learned about radiation protection on the ISS are non-negotiable for the safety of future Mars explorers. Surviving the physical challenges is one thing, but what about the psychological ones? Imagine being confined in a small space with the same few people for years. The isolation, the confinement, the distance from hermits, an immense mental challenge. The ISS provides a unique analog for this experience. Astronauts live and work in close quarters for 6 months or more at a time. Psychologists on the ground study their behavior, their teamwork, and their mental well-being. They learn what kind of psychological support is needed, how to resolve conflicts, and how to keep morale high. They experiment with virtual reality to combat the feeling of confinement and test lighting systems that mimic Earth's day-night cycle to regulate sleep. All this research helps us develop strategies to ensure that the crew arriving at Mars is not just physically healthy, but mentally sharp and ready for the incredible task ahead. The human element is just as important as the hardware. From life support and radiation shielding to the psychology of isolation. The International Space Station is our stepping stone to the cosmos. It's where we are methodically and patiently solving the complex puzzles of long-duration spaceflight. Every experiment conducted, every system tested, and every day an astronaut spends in orbit is a direct contribution to the future of human exploration. The road to Mars is long and challenging, but it truly begins in low Earth orbit. The ISS isn't just a station in space. It's the cradle of our interplanetary future. Thanks so much for watching. If you're as excited about our journey to Mars as I am, support the channel by hitting that subscribe button, giving this video a like, and sharing your thoughts on space exploration in the comments below. See you in the next one.